go over some answers for round one. What was this speech called that Roosevelt gave? The Arsenal of Democracy. Who was the famous painter that painted these famous four freedoms? Anyone? Norman Rockwell, correct. The Selective Service and Training Act of 1940, what was it? It was A. It was America's first peacetime draft. Who is this? Charles Lindbergh. And what was he famous for? First solo flight across the Atlantic, correct. All right, what happened on this date in 1940? That's right, Franklin Roosevelt was elected to his third term. This is called the Bases for What deal? Basis for Destroyers deal. Very good. And next, who wrote the Einstein letter? Who? Leo Szilard, exactly. Very good. All right, the next question is, what is the name of this first Navy ship sunk by the Germans? The Reuben James. The Reuben James. What was the name of the ship that the United States would not let in? It was the St. Louis. Very good. And finally, what did we stop selling to Japan in the summer of 1941? Oil, a very vital war-making supply for the Japanese, who were at war in China at the time and needed oil. All right, very good. Who got 3 points in the production line? Excellent. Who got 2 points? Who got 1 point? Okay, well that's good. That's good. Every extra point helps. Round two was questions about the war in the Pacific. 10 questions. Question number one. Match the first names to the last names of these Pacific Theater commanders: William, Chester, Raymond, Holland, Nimitz, Halsey, Smith, Spruance. And you can put just the letter with the number on your answer sheet. On which day of the week did the Japanese attack Pearl Harbor? Question number three is a chance for 2 points. Who is this Japanese naval commander who was commander-in-chief during the battles of Pearl Harbor and Midway? You'll get 1 point for his last name, and I'll give you another point if you get his first name, but only if you spell it correctly. Question 4. Place these Pacific Theater events in chronological order. And all you have to do is put the letters down. Question number 5. What is the Japanese term that means the way of the warrior, a tradition of values and actions that includes fighting to the death? Is it Bushido, kamikaze, Shinto, or samurai? Question number 6. What special mission did the USS Indianapolis carry out in July 1945? Question number 7. Which U.S. Army Air Forces general stated that if the U.S. had lost the war to Japan, he fully expected to be tried as a war criminal for overseeing the firebombing of Tokyo? Was it A. Hap Arnold, B. Carl Spaatz, C. James Doolittle, or D. Curtis LeMay? Question number 8. Douglas Monroe was the only member of which military branch to receive the Medal of Honor? Question number 9. Which island invasion was the costliest for the United States with over 12,000 killed and 38,000 wounded? Was it Guadalcanal, Saipan, Iwo Jima, or Okinawa? And the last question in round 2, which U.S. Army general was selected to oversee the occupation and rebuilding of Japan? All right, you guys ready for a teamwork challenge? This teamwork challenge, we're not passing anything out to you. We are going to put something up on the screen. So you all have to be able to see the screen, and this is a fast one. I am going to show you a list of islands that the United States invaded and liberated during World War II. You will get to look at them for 15 seconds, and then you will need to write them down on your answer sheet in that rectangle at the bottom in order, in the same order, okay? And you'll have 15 seconds. So, is everybody ready? On your mark, get set, go. Okay, we'll pick up the answer sheets, we'll score the answers, and then we'll go over some of the answers to this round. Everybody can take a deep breath.
Our team name is the 99th Fighter Squadron, and we kind of came up with the name just as a unit. You know, we wanted to be remembered, and we wanted to be honorary to those who've served in the 99th. It's quite hard. It's a lot of stuff to study, but you know, you just try to break it down and you try to take small parts, you know, as we have 3 people on the team, so each person was assigned a part. Like I had battle maps, and you know, other teammates had planes and ships and stuff. I love learning about history. I love learning about different battles and the weapons and all types of stuff. I just really like history.
In the Pacific, William Halsey, Chester, Raymond, Spruance, Holland Smith. Very good. Which day of the week did the Japanese attack Pearl Harbor? Sunday. So on what day did FDR give his infamous speech? Monday, right, yesterday, December 7th, 1940, so that was a Monday when he gave that speech. Who is this? Isoroku Yamamoto. And you had to spell it right to get the points. Some of you did, and some of you didn't. Place these Pacific Theater events in chronological order. What's first? B? Coral Sea? D? What came first, the Bataan Death March or the Battle of the Coral Sea? It was D. Then what? Then B. Then C, Midway. And finally, A, Iwo Jima. What was the Japanese term for the way of the warrior? Bushido. What was the special mission of the USS Indianapolis? It delivered parts for the first atomic bomb to Tinian. Exactly. Question 7, who oversaw the firebombing of Tokyo? Curtis LeMay. Douglas Monroe was the only recipient of which branch of service to receive the Medal of Honor? The Coast Guard. The Coast Guard, right. He looks like he's in Navy dress. He's in Coast Guard dress. Which was the costliest U.S. invasion in the Pacific? Okinawa. And finally, who was the general who oversaw the reconstruction of Japan? Douglas MacArthur. Exactly. Very good. How did you guys do on that? Y'all felt good about that? Strong? All right, you all have in front of you answer sheets for round 3, World War II Science and Technology. And here is the first of 10 questions. What does radar stand for? Radio direction and relay, radio display and reversal, radio decryption and replay, radio detection and ranging. Question number 2. Although discovered in 1928, it wasn't until 1943 that massive amounts of this drug could be produced, saving countless lives on the battlefield. What is it? And for a bonus point, who discovered it in 1928? Question number 3. The German V-2 rocket was the world's first long-range ballistic missile. What does the V stand for? Victory, Volks, Vengeance, or Valiant? Question number 4. The US had the Manhattan Project. The British had Ultra. What was the purpose of Ultra? Question number 5. This top secret piece of equipment helped aim the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. What is it? Question number 6. Dichlorodiphenyl trichloroethane was used extensively during World War II to kill malaria and typhus-carrying insects. What is its more common name? Question number 7. Match these Manhattan Project locations to their uses. Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Hanford, Washington, Los Alamos, New Mexico, Alamogordo, New Mexico. Trinity Test Site, plutonium production, where A-bombs were made, uranium production. And please just put the letter matched with the number. In this equation for a fission reaction, what do the U, BA, and KR stand for? By the way, you get 1 point for each correct answer. Question number 9. This potentially life-saving substance is made up of 95% water, serum albumins, globulins, fibrinogen, glucose, clotting factors, electrolytes, hormones, and carbon dioxide. What is it? Which country and which company produced the Me-262, the world's first operational jet fighter? All right, that's our 10 questions about World War II science and technology. You're now being handed a paper. Keep it upside down. The paper has 7 sequenced photographs of the Trinity test, the first test of an atomic bomb. But they are out of sequence. You have only 30 seconds to put them in chronological order by numbering the boxes next to each picture. There are clues included on the pictures. If you get them all right, you will earn your team an extra point for this round. And you will have 30 seconds. Ready? Go. We will score your answer sheets, and then, since we're halfway through, we will announce a leaderboard, who is in the lead at this point.
Both of my great-grandparents were in World War II, and I've been interested in it since I was very young. I'm pretty sure some of the first books I read were about World War II. So I was very excited to hear there was a quiz ball team, and my history teacher got me signed up for it. My favorite categories of the competition is anything that has to do with technology, guns, planes, tanks, even ships, any of that. That's what I'm very interested in. When I plan on researching for the team, I'll be using a lot of trivia websites. I read a whole lot of books. I have like a whole section of my bookshelf devoted to World War II material. So I don't come unprepared.